Welcome to Unfiltered Me with your host Sahana. I'm happy to see you here today. There's a new kind of relationship quietly reshaping human connection. It feels like friendship, it feels like intimacy, it feels real. But only one person is actually in it. Think about the last time you felt excited when someone uploaded a video. The last time you smiled at a podcast host joke. The last time you worried when a creator disappeared from social media. Or maybe the last time you felt strangely disappointed by a celebrity's actions, as though someone you knew very closely had let you down. Here's the interesting part: you probably never met them. They don't know your name, they don't know where you live, and they don't know that you've been following their journey for years. And yet, they occupy space in your mind. They influence your emotions, and they even shape how you see yourself and the world around you. How is that possible? How can we feel connected to people who we have never met? And why are these one sided relationships becoming such a powerful force in modern life? Today, we're diving into a phenomenon that's becoming so normal that most of us don't even notice it's happening. It's called parasocial relationship. And chances are you've experienced one. Not because you're lonely, not because you're obsessed, but because you're human. Yes, because you're human. You see, our brains evolve in small communities where familiarity usually meant relationship. If you saw someone regularly, you heard their stories, you knew about their highs and lows, and you watched them navigate through life, there's a good chance you actually knew them. But the digital world changed those rules. Today, someone can appear in your life every single day. They can tell you about their childhood. They can tell you about their heartbreaks and struggles, their morning routines, their fears, and their dreams. Over time, you begin to feel familiar. They begin to feel trusted and important. The relationship feels real because emotionally part of it is real. The feelings are genuine. The comfort is genuine. The influence is genuine. But the relationship itself exists only on one side. And that's where things get fascinating. Because parasocial relationships aren't inherently good or bad. They can inspire us, they can comfort us, they can teach us. They help us feel understood during some of the hardest moments in our lives when nobody else can understand us. But they can also blur the lines between connection and familiarity, between knowing about someone and actually knowing them. And in a world where we're more connected than ever before, that distinction may matter more than we realize. So, why do our brains form these bonds? Why do we mourn celebrities we've never met? Why do we defend influencers as though they're close friends? And what does this reveal about our deepest human need for connection? That's exactly what we'll be exploring today. Why does it feel so real? Imagine listening to the same person every morning while making coffee. You know their favorite foods, you know where they vacation, you know their childhood stories, you know about their struggles and their heartbreaks and their victories. Over time, your brain starts filing them into the same category of people that you actually know. Because here's something fascinating: your brain isn't particularly good at distinguishing between repeated exposure and genuine intimacy. Think about that. If someone appears in your life consistently, your brain interprets familiarity as connection. That's why people cry when a celebrity dies. That's why viewers feel betrayed when their influencers make choices that they disagree with. And that's why some followers genuinely feel protective of people they've never met. The emotional experience is real, absolutely real, but the relationship is not. Is this the new age friendship? Historically, humans could only maintain relationships with a limited number of people. And then the internet arrived. Suddenly, one person could emotionally connect with millions simultaneously. For the first time in history, we've had friendships without reciprocity. A creator can share vulnerable stories. A viewer can feel deeply connected. but only one side is participating. Yeah, just one side is participating. What's interesting is that these relationships aren't automatically unhealthy. In fact, many people gain comfort, inspiration, education, and even hope through them. A teenager might feel understood by a mental health creator. A new parent may feel less alone because of a parenting influencer. A grieving person might find solace in the podcast host's words. The problem isn't the connection. The problem begins when the illusion replaces reality. So, what's the hidden cost of this? Parasocial relationships become dangerous when they start competing with real world relationships. Real relationships require effort, they require genuine disagreements, misunderstandings, boundaries, repair, and growth. Parasocial relationships absolutely don't. They're convenient, they're predictable, they're comforting, and you can turn them on whenever you want and switch them off whenever you're done. So, zero conflict, zero rejection, zero vulnerability. And because they're easier than real relationships, our brains can start preferring them. That's when loneliness becomes particularly sneaky because you can feel connected all day long while becoming increasingly disconnected from real people. The strange irony, we've never had more access to people, yet many have never felt more alone. Why do creators matter more than ever today? Here's where it gets even more interesting. Creators are no longer just entertainers, they have become emotional companions. People wake up listening to them, fall asleep listening to their podcasts, start their mornings with their videos, seek guidance from their opinions. And in some cases, creators have more influence than teachers or even community leaders, or in some cases, even family members. That is a huge responsibility. Because when trust is built through perceived intimacy, influence becomes predictable and incredibly powerful. And sometimes it's invisible. The question isn't whether parasocial relationships exist. The question is who are you allowing into your emotional world every single day? Before we end, here's something that's worth thinking about. If social media created the era of parasocial relationships, artificial relationships, artificial intelligence may be creating something even more intimate, relationships that are even more intimate. What happens when the person you're attached to doesn't know your favorite creator's story, but knows yours? What happens if they know both your creator's story and yours? And what if this is available 24/7? Are we entering a new chapter of human connection or a new chapter of loneliness disguised as connection? That's a conversation for another episode. Until then, pay attention to who feels familiar in your life and ask yourself, do they actually know you? Take care, my friends. And if you do like this podcast, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.